doing 31 days in a row of videos to start off 2018. We're on, what is today, 20-something, 23rd? I don't know. I've lost track. But I am here once again. I wasn't planning on doing a live stream today, but didn't get the video done that I was going to do, so we're here. And today we are going to talk about the difference between a lot and much and many and maybe a few more things. So if you would like to see these live streams that we do at least every week, every Monday at 9 o'clock p.m. Brasilia time, and you would like to see our edited videos, our video classes, and the classes that I record in the churches here in Palmas, then make sure that you subscribe down below and click or tap the bell icon to make sure that YouTube notifies you every time that we either start a live stream or that I put out a new video. Claudiana's here. Hi, Claudiana Correa. How are you? Good to see you again. Everybody, if you could start us off by giving us a like, that will bring more people in, even people that are not going to be notified, people that are not subscribed. That will help us to get the message out about this live stream. So here we go. Let's get started. The difference between a lot and much and many. Gabby's here. Hi, Gabby. What's up? Gabby Barreto. Good to see you. So when we talk about much and many, we have the old countable and uncountable nouns. They're only used with nouns. They're not used with adjectives. Julio Cesar's here. Hi, Julio. So you cannot say, there are very people. We do not use very with nouns. So we can't say very people. We can't say very fast. We use very with adjectives. We do not use very with nouns. What we use is much or many or a lot. Now, in the case of much and many, we need to know if the noun is countable or if it is uncountable. So, for example, when we talk about, let's say, money, everybody thinks that money is countable because we say, I have $10 or I have 10 reais. However, you don't say, here are 3 monies for you, right? We don't say, here are 3 monies. We say, here are $3 or here are 3 reais. So dollars and reais and the monies of the world are countable, but money itself is not countable. So what do we say? We say, you can say, I have much money. Okay, it's grammatically correct. Now, when we have things that are countable, and the majority of nouns are countable, so if you say, I have, for example, many friends. I have many friends. So it's the same thing as far as you have many. It's like you say when you use much with something that's uncountable. So much for uncountable, many for countable. Now, when we talk about having a lot means the same thing as much and the same thing as many, except that we don't have to worry if it is something that is countable or if it is something that is uncountable. So we use a lot, right? We use a lot, we very often use a lot because it's easier. We don't have to worry about countable or uncountable. So what happens when we use a lot? If someone says, how much money do you have? How much money do you have? I can say, I have a lot. So if we say that, we just end it with that, I have a lot. If we say what it is that we have a lot, then we say, I have a lot of money. And we need to add the preposition of when we talk about what it is that we have a lot of. And it's the same if it's countable or uncountable. So I have a lot of money or I have a lot of friends. I have a lot of money, I have a lot of friends. So when we have a lot, we can use it for either much or many. So what happens? In every language, the thing that is most used, generally the thing that is easiest, is the thing that becomes most used. The thing that is most used becomes the thing that is less formal. So a lot is more used and less formal. So much and many have become more formal than a lot. So we would use them in more formal situations. And then one added thing to that is that we do not use, at least in the United States, we do not use much very much. We don't use much in a lot of affirmative sentences. For example, in the example I gave before, I have much money. We do not use I have much money in general, because in affirmative sentences with much, we generally use a lot. So we would much more use I have a lot of money than we would I have much money. Now in the interrogative and in the negative, we do use much, but it would be very formal for us to use much in an affirmative sentence, especially in the region where I am originally from. Now beyond this, we also have too much, which is, we have very much and too much. So if I were to say too much money, that means that it's beyond what is acceptable, either acceptable or possible. So that is too much money. Someone is going to pay 1,000 reais for a chair or something, and someone else says that is too much money. So it's beyond what we're able to do. And then you can also use it with too many. That is, those are too many. You have too many problems, let's put it that way. You have too many problems, which means that the number of problems that you have is beyond what is acceptable or what is possible. So it's not possible. You can't survive with that many questions. So too much, or too many, we can put those together. Okay, and then beyond that, we have way too much or way too many. So we have too much or too many, which are beyond. And then we have way too much, which is just more emphatic. It means really, really too much. And then way too many is another way to put emphasis. Okay, so that's the hint for today. Let's see who's here and what questions you might have. I got to Kayla's here. Your children are the best. Okay, that's interesting. Valnei, good evening, teacher. Your class is very important for me. Thank you very much. You're very welcome, Valnei. Thank you very much. Eliani's here. Good to see you. Your children are the best. Sorry, the broker changed the world. I mean, your videos are the best I've seen in English. The broker changed, oh, not the world, the word. I see. So the autocorrect changed your words there, changed it to your children are the best. That's kind of funny. I was wondering what you were talking. How do you know my children? I was going to ask. Well, thank you very much for the compliment. I appreciate it. Edjivan's here. Hi, people. Hi, teacher. What's up, Eddie? Isaias is here. Thanks, Isaias, for coming back again. Good to see you. Cristiano's here. What's up, Cristiano? Good to see you. Good to have you here. Do not forget, don't forget to like, please, everybody that's here. And let me know what you'd like to talk about tonight. That's it for the tip. And let's get to your questions. I do want to say, remember that we have 5 What's Up groups. We have 2 now. We have 2 basic groups, an intermediate group. Rebecca's here. What's up? Rebecca Rubim, Brasil, Zil. Good to see you. Thanks for coming. So we have 2 basic groups now. We have an intermediate group, we have an advanced group, and we have a speaking group. The intermediate, advanced, and speaking groups you can get into by applying. You have to apply because I want to make sure that there is a certain level of English so that we can have good conversations and not be focused so much on the grammar, but be focused more on the topic. So unfortunately, now that my time is very restricted, I am only processing applications for those 3 groups on the 1st. I'm only guaranteeing. Sometimes I get in and I do some more processing before the 1st, but I cannot guarantee that if you were to apply today that you would not be I would not get that application processed until the 1st. So that is something to remember. Also, I had my second call today, Juranji. I talked to Juranji today. We did the review for the first 5 lessons in the apostila. Remember that if you buy the workbook, then we do lessons, after the first 5 lessons we do a review, and then after the lesson 10, after lesson 15, after lesson 20. Talk about the workbook. Okay, so the workbook is our exercises and the phonetic guide that I developed to the audios that are connected to our method. So when we have the first 15 video classes. If you watch the video classes at the beginning of most of the video classes, it says make sure you watch the video of the audio. And so we have those audios. And so those audios are in the workbook along with the phonetic guide to help you pronounce the words in the audio, and then we have the exercises, the translation exercises, so that you can practice that way. So those are all in the workbook, and then there is a review every 5 lessons. So after lesson 5, after lesson 10, 15, 20, 25, and after lesson 30, there are reviews. And for anyone that buys the workbook, which is right now is only available through the mail, so you get in contact with us at my email at profwillybrasil@gmail.com. You can send me a message, send me an email, ask me about the workbook. And then once you get the workbook and you get through the first 5 lessons, then I have a Skype call with you and we work through the pronunciation, we do the review, and I help you to understand a little bit better the things that you learned in the first 5 lessons. And then after lesson 10, we do another Skype call and we work through the things that you learned from lesson 6 to lesson 10, and I help you with pronunciation there. So for every 5 and 5 lessons, then we work through the reviews. So that's how that works. Okay, so that's going to do it for me today. Quick live stream. I hope that everything is going well with you. How many pages in the workbook? Let's see. I happen to have one right here. There are 112 pages. 112 pages in the workbook. So here's basically, let me show you what it's like. First of all, we start off with, this is the Guia de Fonologia, the phonetic guide. There's an explanation about the phonetic guide, and then the sounds that I use in the course and that are used in the workbook. The second thing that we have here is, oh, it's backwards, so it's not going to help, is the visual, auditory, and kinesthetic. Basically, it is an evaluation that you can do to see if you are visual, if you are auditory, or if you are kinesthetic, to help you to understand the way that is best for you to learn. And then we have the lesson with, here's the audio, and then here we have the phonetic guide, and then we have the translation exercises. And the thing with the translation exercises, and then, so that's lesson 1. When you get the workbook, then I put you into the Google Classroom, and that is where we have, it's all in one place, all of the audios. You can listen to the audios there, watch the video classes there, and also has the answers, so that you, once you fill out all of the put in your answers in the exercises, then you will be able to see those answers and correct your own workbook. So I think we had one more question. Good question. Thank you, Isaias. Eddie, Willie, how could I use a lots of? Both of them are very confusing. So confused is the person who becomes confused. Confusing is the thing that confuses. So we have a lot of and we have lots of. We do not have a lots of. It doesn't work because lots is plural and is the countable article. So then we don't put a lots of. So we have a lot of, and then we have lots of. And it's the same thing. Whether you use a lot of or lots of, just changing it from plural or from singular to plural doesn't do anything. You can use one or the other, but you cannot use a lots of. Okay, but it is focused. Is it focused on grammar rules? No, nothing that we do in our conversation course is focused on grammar rules. I don't believe that grammar rules help you to speak. I believe that grammar rules are a necessary evil, that practicing is where you learn the most, and then we put in, and if you've watched any of the videos, you'll know that we put in the videos, we put in the grammar rules as necessary. For us, it's not memorize grammar rules and then practice. It's practice and put in the grammar rules as we're practicing. So no, there are no grammar rules in the workbook at this point. Yeah, so to answer your question, annoying versus boring, good question. I believe I have a video about it, but let's talk about it. Annoying versus boring. So it's very common. It's a very common mistake, but it's pretty easy to make sure you don't make this mistake. Annoying is chato when it is something that bothers you. So annoying is when you want someone to go away. Stop. It's bothering me. So to bother is to cause problems, something that you want to stop, and that is to annoy. Boring is something that is like this. It's like, oh, I want this to stop. It's so boring. So that is the difference between annoying and boring. Annoying, both of them in general, usually you want to stop. But annoying is the thing like, stop, I can't take it anymore. Someone is here bothering you. Hey, what's going on? Hey, what's going on? Hey, what's going on? Hey, what's going on? That is something that would be annoying, where boring is when you're waiting, let's say your phone dies and you're waiting for someone to pick you up and you're, I have nothing to do. That is boring. So that's the difference between annoying and boring. Let me know if that helps. Any other questions? If not, that's going to do it for me. And I will see you tomorrow. I am planning on getting a video out tomorrow, but I may not, so might be back again in Portuguese tomorrow evening about this time, a little bit later probably. Thanks for being here tonight. Thanks for all the support. You guys rock. Until next time, keep studying, everybody.